This next topic is something that I spoke to my sister about many times, spoke to my brother-in-law about, spoke to my mother about. It's a topic that I have a little bit of guilt about now, because of the fact that I sometimes got really frustrated with my sister over her reaction when discussing this topic. And the reason that I carry some guilt about it now is because it was my sister's life. It was her decision. And so I feel like I have no right to question her. I have no right to have ever been frustrated with her. And so for that reason, I carry around some guilt about it. This topic has to do with, getting second opinions. I refer to it as expanding your network. When she was diagnosed, we come from a small town in southern Ontario in Canada, not too far from the US border. If you drive west, Toronto is a 3 to 4 hour drive away. If you drive east, Ottawa is about an hour away. The closest city that has a hospital that can accommodate you for cancer treatment is in Kingston, which is a city of about 150,000 people. And so my sister was diagnosed there at Kingston General Hospital. She underwent all of her treatments there. When she was first diagnosed, I told her that I wanted her to get a second opinion. And I wanted her to see what else was out there. I really tried to encourage her to come to Toronto because some of the, most reputable cancer clinics in the world, a couple of them are in Toronto. And I would always push her to do that. And I would always push her, can you at least get a video conference done or something? And I think on one occasion she did do a phone call with somebody from Sunnybrook Hospital in Toronto. But she would always tell me the same thing. She would always tell me, I talked to so-and-so at Sunnybrook and they said that the treatment plan they have for you in Kingston is exactly what they would do. Or she would say, no, I really like my doctor in Kingston. I really trust my doctor in Kingston. I really want to follow their plan. And I was just on her a lot about, I wish you would expand your network. I wish you would get another opinion. I wish you would see what else was out there. She continued on, following her doctor's plan. And this is nothing against her doctor. I'm sure her doctor was great. I've heard nothing but good things about them. And my mother has always pointed out, it's possible that, your sister's fate was going to be the same no matter what. And maybe that's the case. But I used to be on her about it. And then as time went on and as she started to decline, and as the possible treatment options that were available, as it looked like that there were going to be less of them available because of what she had already gone through or what she had already been disqualified for whatever reason, I again would get on her about, will you look and see what clinical trials are out there? I would send her links to websites and ask her to fill them out and see what clinical trials were out there. I found a charity in British Columbia, Canada, focused on melanoma, and I reached out to the lady in charge. Her name is Kathy. I reached out to her and got her in touch with my sister, and I was really like on this mission to get my sister to expand her network and to get another opinion, to see what trials were available. We even talked about maybe getting her to a clinic in Beverly Hills. Even though COVID-19 was happening at that time, we found that we could get her across the border. And I wanted to get her to Beverly Hills, and I told her, no matter the cost, I've got you covered. So, if you can find an applicable treatment and whatever the cost of it is, I'll take care of it. Let's do this kind of thing. She always trusted her doctor. She was loyal to her doctor. And unfortunately, in the end, we lost her. And like I said, my mother could be right. Maybe her fate would have been the same regardless. But I just always, I would get frustrated that she wouldn't try to expand her network. And like I said, I carry around some guilt now about the fact that I got frustrated and about the fact that I would sometimes, raise my voice to her, trying to get her to listen to me, when in reality, like I said, it was her life, it was her decision, and who am I to tell her to do anything differently than the way that she did it. So one thing that I want to do with Grappling with Grief now is I want to fund research, not just for melanoma, but for other illnesses, physical and mental. I want to fund research. I want to bring awareness to any new clinical trials for any illness out there. I want to promote prevention and awareness of different illnesses. I've learned through my sister's situation that I need to leave the decision up to them. Anybody sick or old, ultimately it's their decision. And it's not my right or anybody else's to tell them to do anything differently. But I at least would like to provide options. And so that's what I'm going to do. So yeah, I guess this is just the story I wanted to tell. I've read a lot of articles about, people whose family members found, trials for them, clinical trials. And in the case of Kathy from the charity in BC, her son found a clinical trial in Alberta, Canada, that saved her life. She had stage 4 melanoma. And that was kind of what planted the seed in my head that maybe I should get more involved with this thing, but there was only so much I could do, But yeah, I guess that's my story. That's my story, is just this frustration that I had wanting to expand my sister's network, wanting her to look for other options, being frustrated she wouldn't do it, but understanding that it was her decision and her life. And yeah, that's it.